What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. It's Thursday, the final day of Eagles training camp practice before their first preseason game on Saturday. Let's effing go. Appreciate all you sickos who love the offseason taking the time here, whether you're watching this live, watching this later, but we're going to go over day 10 of training camp. Look at the highlights, some of the practice notes, press conference notes, all that stuff that we've been doing throughout training camp. So I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here, whether you're watching it live or later. Seriously, you guys have been coming in at all different times from all over the globe, and I love every second of that. All you sickos getting ready for this season. Let's go. And really appreciate you saying that, my man, because you guys, you truly make my day when I know I can come here. And it has been pure chaos in my life this whole month. It's just, my house is chaos. Well, most of it's put back together except for this damn office and all the other stuff that has to go back in after I'm finished. But I have absolutely no free time. And my free time I spend here putting this show together. But it's worth every second because I love each and every one of you. So thank you, my man, for those kind words. Hope you're having yourselves a great day. And of course, as always, go Birds, my man. Leaf, hope you're having a good one though, dude. And Justin, my dude, let's go. Nice to see you. Hope all has been well. Going through this training camp, getting pumped up about this damn game tomorrow. We're going to have Fan Friday. I'm going to bring along the roster, everything we're going to break down. You know, some positions have changed. We're going to talk about all that stuff. But right now, we're just going to go over this training camp. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's go. My dude, William, doing well. Hope you and the family are well also. Appreciate you taking this time. And you know I am, my man. And going to provide you guys this content every damn day until we make it. And then I'm going to continue doing it every damn day. So you know how it goes around here, 24/7, 365. We're always ready to talk some birds. So all of you sickos who take the time, I cannot thank you enough. Unspoken, my man, hope you're having a great day. And you know it, dude. That's what we are here to do. So let's jump right into this bad boy. My man Wheels in here. Let's effing go. This party has gotten started. We're going to start this off. I'm going to show you some of the clips. Let's see how this goes exactly, but it's probably going to mute me, whatever. But just for this first little clip, I want to show you Britton Covey, and then right after him is Johnny King. Some of you have been asking about Johnny. At least you can see him. But look at the size comparison between a 5'8" guy and a 6'5" guy. Be real with you, some of these clips look like they were taken on, as you kids say, a potato. So I apologize for that, but doing what I can with what I've got here. Up next, you'll see the tight ends with tight end coach Jason Michaels getting some blocking in, and that is something we've talked about. These guys better learn how to block, whoever wants to be the second, third tight end here to Dallas Goedert's one. Let's check these guys out. Alrighty then. So now that you've seen that, I'm going to show you the next clip. I'm not sure. I know this damn video sucks and it always clips out my words. So bear with me. But let's now take a look at the ball security drills. And any of you who have been checking out my shorts, you saw today that I posted this one with some Eminem background. This looks like a job for me. I would love to be one of those guys that just gets to hit these dudes with the pads during the ball security drills. But check out the drills here. I'll be honest with you. Looks like a little bit of weak sauce being thrown on there with those pads. Come on, dude. Throw a little bit of something in there. Hit somebody. I know they're NFL players, but damn, dude, they're trying to practice here. You think that they're getting hit with feathers while they're out there in the NFL? Come on, dude. But must be a great job. Anyways, let's get into this next very short clip. And this one just gets me excited because I'm going to talk to you about this for months until the media and fans get aboard this train. But wait until you see what DeAndre Swift does to this offense and the passing attack. And, well, we've been seeing it all training camp. So here he is lined up in the slot, catching a pass. Nothing special, but, man, does it get me excited. Now, up next, another thing that gets me excited, and this is just something we all know, but A.J. Brown just smooth as butter. Honestly, he and Jalen Hurts together in year 2, dude, he almost had 1,500 yards last year, the Eagles record. And then they had, for the first time in Eagles history in the NFL, holy shit, I can't talk today, Devontae and AJ going over 1,000 yards. This passing attack, add in healthy Dallas Goedert with these running backs who can catch. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Now, speaking of catching, now we're going to show you the wide receivers catching some balls. But what is so different about this is who is throwing them the ball, and that is offensive coordinator Brian Johnson, former quarterback at Utah. So, look, we know his history, but, dude, he's in there. He's throwing some dimes, man. So let's check out old Brian Johnson getting in there, man, getting his feet wet. Let's go. There you see it. Those are some clips from today's practice, a shorter practice, but now I'm going to go through the notes and show you what the reporters were able to give to us. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on how things are going. Whatever's on your mind, let me hear it. But looking forward myself, man. I'm a huge fan of the preseason, training camp, off season. I know a lot of people don't like this stuff, but to me, this is the most important. This is where you're finding your depth. This is the future of the team. And look, man, a lot of important pieces here, very deep positions on this team. So I am definitely looking forward to this game myself as well, Wheels. And I don't know if you are, but I already did. They got us 6-point underdogs. I love every damn second of it. Let's effing go. We're breaking that streak. Then we're going on to win the Super Bowl this year. So it all starts with this first preseason game. And you're probably not going to see many starters. You're going to see some deeper positions, maybe a couple starters get in there and just get their feet wet a little bit. So, yeah, you'll probably see some stuff here, but it's going to be backups. But in my opinion, we're one of the deepest teams in the NFL. It just comes down to, how your backup quarterback plays, with this offense and, with the backup offensive line, running the ball, just very vanilla offense and defense, but that's fine, man. What you're looking for is, the individual performances. And as a whole, obviously you want to see the team, but clearly you're looking for what certain people can do because, well, they're trying to find themselves a roster spot here. So versatility is going to help you, just standing out, making big plays. So we shall see. But look, man, we're all sickos here. So I'm all about it, Leaf. And look, man, hope you all are joining me in winning some effing money this Saturday. But and looks like Leaf will be with me. We really do, man. And I love off season. And I know a lot of people are more into like the making trade stuff up and just complaining about every game. But for me, I actually love the Eagles. I love every damn second. And I know you sickos are the same exact way. It's like I love breaking this stuff down. I love talking about their height, their weight, their age, their jersey number, whatever the hell you guys want to know. I want to give it to you. I want everyone to know what's going on with this team. I don't want you to be one of those fans, the newer fans who has to be like, who every year doesn't know who's even on the team. It's like, dog, come on, man. That's embarrassing. That's for Cowboys fans. Leave that stuff to them. So I do my best to just try to get this fan base. And it's, thank God, this year it seems like everybody's on board. So Whew, been a tough few years here, but need to see a backup center. Well, you got Cameron Tom, you got Josh Andrews, but Cam Jurgens is that dude. So very excited about him. But let's get into practice today. Now, the injury report, little something intriguing here. We talked about Nakobe Dean. He'd be back soon. Well, he was. And no injury designation, no limited, anything like that. Same goes for Devin Allen. So both taken off the injury report. Great news for them. Now, Patrick Johnson and Deon Cain still did not practice. And look, for Cain, that's unfortunate. And the same goes for Johnson. They're both very deep positions trying to find themselves a job. So hopefully they get healthy sooner rather than later, get their chances in this preseason here, because this would be a perfect opportunity, especially for someone like Deon Cain to get those kick returns, things like that. You got your backup kickers. You might get some good ones. So we'll see. Patrick Johnson, you can tee off on these backup linemen. So, hey, man, hoping they get healthy soon. Now, Devontae, we talked about being out for personal reasons yesterday. Turns out he was going to see the trial of one of his friends there, Henry Ruggs, yesterday. So, look, just supporting his friends, however you feel about, the drug, alcohol, or what, killing people, whatever he did, that's horrible what Henry Ruggs did. But Devontae Smith is trying to, support his friend. And, we live in a country that supports that deadliest drug. So whatever, man. And look, Devontae, he's a great dude. And you can see when he gets back, Jalen Hurts and, Nick Sirianni both embrace him, come to see him. This is a team of brotherhood. And that is how they're going to treat their family and friends. And I love every second of it. So glad to have Devontae back today. Now, Jalen Carter getting first team reps. Look, I've seen so many weird things. People make so much stuff up during the offseason. It's like, if you're bored, maybe just watch my show and be like the other creators and just take what I say, because making shit up like Carter's having a horrible training camp, we got to trade him. Like, who would even think of something like that? Like, I don't get it, man. But Carter's going to feast on souls. He's a generational talent. They try to say we had to draft Bijan Robinson. And I told you we had to draft Jalen Carter. We got him, dude. And I'm telling you, just like I said with Davis last year, this line, keep sleeping, man. The multiple schemes with Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox, and how deep the interior defensive line is, the edge rushers. I mean, Reddick and Sweat, you add Smith, you got Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're going to eat souls. Jalen Carter, keep doing your thing. Now, on offense, facing pressure during live 11-on-11s, Jalen Hurts fires a dart over the middle. Dallas Goedert displays impressive strength in traffic. Hurts to Goddard connection is alive and well. And look, 2 plays later, he hits him again. We've talked about this extensively, how big of a piece of this offense is. When Goddard went out last year, that was major. So got to keep him healthy this season. Looking forward to watching him dominate. Up next, we had Brandon Graham making a play. He hasn't lost a step, according to Josh Tolentino. Beats Tyler Steen with a quick swim move. The rookie Mariota managed to dump it off the Swift. Nice explosion for BG at 35. Graham back on a 1-year deal. Yeah, man. So love to see that. And we talk about, being part of this rotation. Graham and Smith are the backups here, but they're going to get plenty of reps. So excited to see what this team does there. But keep doing your thing, BG. Now, Jalen Hurts here. Look, he only played like 10 reps today in practice, so nothing crazy. But an amazing throw to Olamide Zaccheaus there. About 20 yards, tight coverage, perfect throw to the sideline. He continues to impress. Had a touchdown today, so woo! Just keep doing your thing. Keep getting better. You guys know I've been the leader of the Hurst train, so I'm staying patient, watching his development and just watching everyone have to bend the knee, change their profile pictures, change their names. It is magical to my soul. As I said, for the last couple of years, they will all be Jalen Hurts fans soon enough. Keep doing your thing, QB1. Now, his WR1A and wide receiver B, we talked about wide receiver 1B coming back from the missed practice yesterday, but you've got that back shoulder throw from Hurts to AJ, and it just seems like every practice they're making these bomb throws, these 50-yard bombers, and I'm all about it, man. So, again, I cannot wait to see what these guys do together in year 2. Up next is the guy I've been talking about the moment we signed him. And, look, he really has continued to pop up. And I finally saw the media talking about him the other day. Look, we've been talking about this monster of a man coming out here as an undrafted rookie. And today he gets first team reps. Now, he was wide open at one point, could have caught a touchdown pass, but unfortunately, Hurts missed the throw there. So, hey, those are some things you're going to work on together. And this dude is a giant. So, hey, you never know. He looks like that A.J. Brown kind of build. So, would love to see him pan out. And if he doesn't make the active roster, you pray that nobody claims him and he makes it on this practice squad, because the kid is very talented. He's got some return experience. So, maybe we see him a little bit at returner. I'm not sure, but show off what you got, young man. Keep doing your thing, Joseph Ngata. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, Josh Jobe. We talked about this. Look, last year, you remember I had him making this roster as an undrafted kid because of his play style. When I went to training camp last year and got to watch him right in front of me, I thought it was James Bradbury at first. This dude's got those long arms. He's physical as hell. I mean, I love his game. I really do. His versatility to play inside, outside, play a little safety. He is a very versatile defensive back. Helps on special teams. Really love Josh Jobe. But 3 pass breakups today. At the beginning, you can see the timestamps there. 10:34. I just went through a few of them. So, hell yeah. We're half hour in. All about it. So, look, man, he was stepping in while Bradbury was out. And it really looks like this is, one of the backup corners here with Kaylee Ringo. So, all about it, baby. Keep doing your thing, Josh Jobe. Now, Mariota continues to improve. And we talked about this, 8th system in 9 years. I know a lot of people want him to be completely perfect, but, at least he's not been as bad as Dak Prescott in training camp. We got to look at that, And again, this is his 8th system in 9 years. So a nice throw to Calcaterra in the back of the end zone. Unfortunately, Calcaterra drops it. So this is another one of those positions where, you're fighting for a job. You have to be able to do all you can. So, Calcaterra, you are supposed to be the receiving type, F-type tight end. You're dropping balls. That's not great. You got Dan Arnold on your heels. Tyree Jackson there as well. Stole more of a blocking guy. But if you're supposed to be the receiving tight end, make yourself some of those catches. But Mariota continued to improve. Again, I don't care. I don't want to see him all season until the end of the year when the games are pointless. We've already clinched the NFC. That's when he gets to play. That's when I care. Let's go. Now, you're asking someone was asking last night about Johnny King. And look, he actually made some nice catches today. He was with the third team. You're going to get to see him on Saturday. So a big dude, 6'5". We're going to see what he can bring to the table, but some nice catches today. Now, that was the end of practice. A very, very short one today, 55 minutes. So, look, they're just trying to stay fresh, get up to date with what's going on, get ready for Saturday. So I'm all about it, baby. And, I think that clearly it's going to be mostly backups, but we'll hear what Sirianni had to say in a second here. But they did talk to some players right after practice as well. Just wanted to point this out, but Rashad Penny talked about him maybe getting those kick return reps as well. Probably see a lot of work at running back, he and Kennedy Brooks. But Rashad Penny hasn't played in the game since last October. He's excited to maybe get on the field Saturday for the Eagles preseason opener. Now, I don't know if we just want to give the workload all to Kennedy Brooks and Boston Scott here, but I think Rashad Penny will be in the mix too. I think Kenny and DeAndre may get, a couple carries, but not much. I highly doubt it, to be real with you. But if they do, for a couple. But Penny, I think he could maybe get a little bit of work. Nothing too crazy, but you got to see how healthy he is, what he's got, get him acclimated. So, all about it, man. Then another young man who missed a little time and is ready to kick some ass here. Nolan Smith said last year after surgery, he was in Georgia weight room the next day doing some lifting. His teammates were surprised to see him. You'll have to kill me to stop me. So one of the things he was talking about when mentioning this was the fact that he cannot wait to play this Saturday. Hopefully, he gets a good amount of reps. And I just really can't wait to see him eat souls. So very excited about that. Now, before practice started, they did talk to Nick Sirianni here. So let me just tell you what he had to say. He talked about he's not telling the media who plays. They keep asking him that. And he's like, dude, I'm not telling you that. The link practice really wasn't for the players. It was more for himself and the coaches, just situational football for them. Talked about every day they post their mental errors, just trying to get better, work on those things. Situational football. That's what it's all about. We've talked about that for the last couple of years while Sirianni's been here. That's what this is about, their practices. I love the ideas behind it. The joint practices, everything they're doing there. And every practice, they're putting themselves in certain situations. So, practice makes perfect, man. I talked about the players being locked in. The D is locked in, just installing things and adapting. They have really good offense and defensive lines. So iron sharpens iron here, man. We're going to destroy souls on both sides of the ball. And he mentioned that iron sharpens iron, and he talked about Lane and Reddick, just guys like that going against each other, Josh and Jordan, like, ooh, that's pretty wild that we have those kind of guys. Talked about the 5 p.m. practices. That's when their practices will be. Next week, it's going to be really weird. So we got to watch the practices at night, and then I got to make the videos for you like 7 o'clock, I guess. We'll talk about them. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. But, yeah, it's to help both teams out, I guess. We're both on the East Coast, but whatever's going on there. But who needs to play? They keep asking him, and he's like, that's what he'll be asking himself. Like, which guys do I need to see? Who actually needs to prove, their spot or whatever? So who needs to just, knock off some rust, whatever it may be. But some snaps on the ground. He talked about, Derek Barnett. You got to learn how to do, retaliate legally. You can't be doing stupid plays, whether or not Driscoll, Dickerson took a cheap shot on him or not. You can't retaliate. That's going to get you the penalty flag. That's literally how they bait people in games. Don't do that shit. So got to learn from it. He talked about it. It's a message for tonight. It's a good teaching lesson for the rest of these guys. They can use that, as something to teach. So, yeah, don't be doing stupid shit this year. But that's what Sirianni had to say. Now we're going to go through. They talked to 4 players today, so we're going to get to hear what they all had to say. They talked to Bradbury, Gainwell, Blankenship, and, of course, him, Jalen Hurts. So we're going to talk about that. But give me 1 sec. Go back over here to the comments, and then I will get into what those guys had to say. I don't know recorder who gets the first sack. I don't know. I really don't. Jalen Carter probably going to get more reps there, but Nolan Smith is a guy that's an edge rusher, so they're the kind of guys that get sacks. So yeah, he probably will get the first sack, but hey, only time will tell. Got a feeling, yeah, man. That's you've heard me talking about it for weeks now. Yep, definitely a talented kid. So yeah, I agree with that. Still hard to believe that Carter fell to us. Yeah, man. I just saw, I got somebody commented on that video. I'm like, people are still watching it. That has like 35,000 views, that reaction from my live stream of the draft. Yeah, you guys knew I wanted Jalen Carter desperately. I understood why everybody wanted Bijan, but I was good, man. I want a generational just destroyer of worlds, and that is exactly what we got. So, yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic, but then we also got Nolan Smith. We got Tyler Steen, Sidney Brown, Kaylee Ringo. So many steals. Did you see I did not. Let me scroll back up here. No, there is no question from you here. What did you ask, Tiffany? Because I do not think you sent it. But appreciate you tuning in. Happy Thursday to you, Liz. Hope you're doing well. We just went through the highlights, went through the Twitter notes here, but now we're going to talk about what these guys had to say during their press conferences, so you don't have to endure those things or the chats and the people in them, because well, I'm doing it for you, and God help us all. I don't know yet, man. It'll be more of which games I'm not. I try to make as many home games as I can. You guys will know all those games I'll be at. Always let you know that. What is going on, China? Appreciate you. Plays against it. You won't know until they play on Saturday. We're not going to give that information out, and I highly doubt it will be any kind of starters there. So if they do, they will get, a little rust knocked off. Yo, what's going on, West Coast? Appreciate you tuning in, my dude. I wasn't sure if you were the same person, but appreciate you, dude. And West Coast, East Coast, all around the globe, you guys are awesome. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in here. But let's effing go, baby. Let's get into what these guys had to say. Can't thank you all enough for tuning in. You have anything to say, let me know. But talk to James Bradbury first. Talked about it was the same injury that he's dealing with last year. He's already back from it. He's not worried about it. Big deal. He talks about Hurts. He's making that tough throw, just how incredible he is. And going against AJ just makes him better, sharpens his tools. He has to define his techniques. It really helps him a lot. So we talk about that all the time. Slay and Devontae going at it. These two, I love every second of it. Talked about Jobe. His thinking, he's just at a faster pace with that. We already know he's an athletic, physical specimen, but his mental has improved. He uses his arm length, reminds him of himself, but he says he's faster. So that's pretty scary. He talked about Reed Blankenship growing every day into a bigger role. He's a confident kid, picking up the defense. What the hell? figuring out the offense, getting faster. Ringo talked about he's tough as hell for a rookie. His physical traits, he just needs to get down the mental part. Talked about improve a routine for the preseason for himself as he gets older. Telling the young guys to play hard, get reps in preseason. This game's so fast, so you got to do what you can. Get out there, get your reps, and show what you've got. He talked about the similarities with some of these quarterbacks that he has, but he says all these guys are different. There's a little something different about all of them, so he can help them all in different ways. He calls it mundane, not playing other teams, having to play each other. So he really likes these joint practices and the preseason games. All that stuff helps seeing other teams. Talked about AJ again, just more comfortable in the offense. They talked about, is he faster this year? And he's like, he's not really faster. Dude's still a freak. He's like, it's the second year in the offense, so they're going to get better together. But him and Hurts on the same page. But he said he's always been quick and fast to him. So love to hear from Bradbury. Glad to have him back at practice. Gets me excited. But then they talked to Kenny G, talked about taking advantage of his opportunities. Wants to play in the preseason, but I doubt he'll get too many reps. Talk about how big of a part of this offense he will be. More comfortable in the offense now. He knows what everyone has to do. Just listens to Hurts, so he knows what the offensive line's doing, the tight end. So understanding that stuff makes you a better player. Talks about the ball security drills. They help. Hurts all about his business, always cleaning things up. Attacks it right away whenever he makes a mistake. And just that 1% better motto every single day. So you love that. Then they asked him about, what it's like to be a running back. Does he get scared running in between the tackles? Just pretty much said, can't be nervous running between the tackles. You got to run behind your big guys. And then everybody just was kind of silent, and they're like, hey, I guess that's it. And he just goes, wow, and walks away. And that's literally what my reaction was. What the are you asking him? Like, what? You're a running back. God, this is the issue here. When you have guys that have never played the sport, and I don't care if you've never played, I'm just saying, when you act like you know the game, but you absolutely have no idea what you're talking about, it is truly hard to take it. And that's why I started this bad boy. For the past few years, it's like, what, dude? And every single person that talked to them today at one point had to say something like, this is football, dude. Like, do you know what football is? And it's like, you get all these soccer fans that are football experts, and yet they don't know anything about football and get everything wrong. And it's like, I don't understand. What do you mean? How do they not get it right? It's not like they don't know absolutely nothing that they're talking about. Like, I don't know if you guys see it if you watch those pressers where it's like, God damn it. Help me. Let's go. Big Hurts in the building. Yo, my dude. Gave you a little shout out there in those pressers earlier, but God, we all help. Just shoot me in the face sometimes because I really cannot. We had one guy talking in there how Marcus Epps needs to be the starter instead. His name was Acid. I told him maybe lay off of that because, what are we doing here? And I don't care if you're a casual fan, but please, if you have no idea what's going on, let's not try to act like you're an expert if you don't know anything. You know what I mean? That's what really irks me. It's like, look, dude, just go back to saying Hurts can't develop. You need to stay in your lane. But now everybody's an Eagles fan, so we got to hear these terrible takes. These pressers. It's tough because I used to be able to watch them and enjoy them. And, for the past few years, it's just been me and a few people. Now it's like everybody and their mom is an Eagles fan. Like, oh, God, they're waiting outside the stadium at 4 a.m. Like, welcome back. Holy, that escalated quickly. But, yo, my man, I am hype. I'm hot and ready to run right through a wall. Appreciate you tuning in, though, my dude. Need to get me some Little Caesars. It's been a minute since I've had any of that. But hope you're doing well, my man. I also cannot wait for Saturday. Oh, my God. Yo, Big Jim, Commander-in-Chief is here. Look, dude, just here for all you sickos, just one more day of getting by. We are 30 F1 days away from game one. Whew, only one more day to go through, and then boom! Look, tomorrow's Fan Friday, and then Saturday we're having pregame, talking about the game after. We got pre and post game for preseason. You want to know how much of a sicko I am? Oh yeah, I'm a sicko, and we're going to be talking about all of it. So cannot wait. Yeah, man. They always try to stir things up. They're thugs and criminals. Remember Dan Sileo, Jalen Hurts is the thug. Like, this is probably one of the greatest kids I've ever seen, most inspirational. Like, you should definitely want your kids to look up to him. And you call him a thug because you're racist. Like, if it's not blatantly obvious to everyone else what's going on here, I mean, it is to me. And that's why I've stood up to these people, and that's why they hate me. And I don't care, man. I will always be the difference. I will be the change. I do not care about their negative, whiny ass attitudes. Here I come. So it's too much, but I'm glad you all see it. I should have mentioned it. I posted on yesterday's video. Oh, your question about yesterday? Yes, I answer. All of the comments have been answered from yesterday and today. So think of what you said here in a second. I'm sick of the stupid. Yeah, man, it is truly, truly insane to me. I don't understand, but Tiffany, your question was something about why are the players playing if they're going to get cut? I guess the simplest way I could put that was millions of dollars on the line if they make the roster. So, if you gave me a shot to go make millions of dollars being good at something, I would happily go take it if the only thing that would happen bad would be to be cut. So, yeah, these guys that go play college throughout their lives, getting ready to play football. And if they're good enough, they make it to the NFL. If they get drafted or signed as an undrafted kid, they're on a team. So they got to make it from the 90-man roster to the 53. So each year, this is how it is always going to be. And, they might change a couple things here and there like they did this year, only one cut down period. So you cut it down, you only have 53 people. So the reason those people that get cut are trying is because, well, they can make millions and millions of dollars. So I think you said something like, why would you even try if you're going to get cut? You don't know that you're going to get cut. So you go out and play your best, and you just hope that you make millions and millions of dollars. So I'll try to answer that as simple as I possibly can. Let me know if that helped you. But it's really ridiculous. And that's why people don't like me because, dude, I've got all your stats. I've got the actual, I've played the game. I know the game. I'm obsessed with the game. I know everything about the players on the field, off the field. I know how the cap works. See, I'm all of it in one, and people cannot handle that shit. Oh, you don't know football. Hurts can't develop. It's like, look, dog, if you guys can compare your work and ever it could even come close to looking like 10% of mine, I would listen. But until then, those people are not experts to me. I'm the expert. Until they can get things right, that's not an expert. You have to get things right. You have to understand the cap, how things work. I don't know what we're doing out here, but people are getting paid and they don't know a goddamn thing about what they're talking about. So yeah, they'll bring their little stats with and they will just get stuck on it. Or they're on the other flip side. I played 35 years ago, and let me tell you, the game is exactly the same. You got to blitz every play. And it's like, God damn it. No, I would suggest learning each year how the game is changing, how things, all the rules that change, everything that changes. Keep yourself up to date. Might know more. But hey, what do I know? I'm only the guy that told them all the things that would happen and they happen. So I don't know, whatever. Well, but we might need you to ask the questions to the birds. I want a job with it. Yeah, well, that's it. And I look, my goal is to show the Eagles that I could be Dave Spadaro on crack, right? I can do what he does and then 1,000 other jobs on top of it. So it's like, I could be your reporter there asking questions. I could be on the streets asking people. I could be at game day getting people pumped up. Give me the microphone. I'm getting the whole stadium on fire. Everyone's running through effing walls. The game hasn't even started. Trust me, I could not only do all of that, but then when I'm not doing that, I'm behind closed doors. I'm breaking down all of the draft prospects. I'm doing every possible thing you could ever imagine. You want help with the cap work? You want me to just do the math so you don't have to? I'm doing that too. So my ultimate goal every time when I, apply to all these ridiculous jobs or whatever is always, this is all the things I can do. I know my resume doesn't say that my mom and dad took me here or did this or that. My resume shows that I've worked my entire life for everything I have ever gotten and everything that's ever been taken away from me. So look, I am dedicated to showing the Eagles that we can make social media a great place. And, it's great to have all the fans, all those top content creators that all the people like out there. It's great to have them back now. But the last few years, it's so hard to watch people that don't know football just whining and play. You got to trade Hurts for everyone. This sucks. And it's like, dude, holy shit. It takes us going to the Super Bowl for them to get back. It's like, why not have a person that actually loves the Eagles, even when they're not winning. That, to me, that's a diehard, baby. And I know that rubs people the wrong way, but not you sickos. I know you diehards are with me in that notion that I just love my birds no matter what, dude. Preview, yeah, man, that's what I was just saying. There will be a pregame and postgame. Skipping over the fact that he's Coach Kid, to label him as a thug is definitely racist as shit. I really was... Woo! I'm going to punch that dude. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not going to. Please do not try to get me suspended for that. That kid that got me suspended on Twitter, he ended up not coming to the open practice because he thought I was going to do something. That's pretty embarrassing. Maybe don't like threaten people with violence if you are going to call the cops and tattletale on Twitter. Like, if you're afraid like that, dog. So that's the kind of people that we're talking about. You know, the racist, the kid that got me suspended, the Dan Cilios. Those people are pissed that Jalen Hurts has developed. He has broken down everything all the lies they've told people about knowing football. It has been proven. All the people that doubted Hurts, they do not know football. So, look, man, they might have a casual understanding. That's great, but they have no business breaking down anything. So, Dan Cilio doesn't know much about football. He just knows how to get you clicks. So all the people on Twitter, everyone on YouTube, everybody's going to watch it. They're going to click it. They're going to give likes. They're going to subscribe. They're going to retweet it. You're going to get them paid. You're going to just boom, boom. But people are going to ignore these videos. And it's like, look, people ask me like, how can we change it? It's like, my suggestion would be to stop supporting it. Stop giving them all of your support. Stop tuning in every second. Stop liking it. Stop retweeting it. That's how it stops, man. But until then, we're just going to have to keep dealing with them, and I'm going to have to keep destroying them. And, yeah, I try to simplify that as much as I could. I was trying to think, like, how to say that. But, yeah, I had to answer you online, so maybe that will be a better explanation if I missed anything there. But, yeah, man, this is a tryout period. That's what preseason is. So, yo, man, and I appreciate you all tuning in every single day, all that you do. I love each and every one of you, and I can't do this without you. So really, really appreciative of you. Thank you for that, my man. Now let's talk about these final things here. I got to get rolling here. But how embarrassing for your player to just say, wow, at the end of his presser. Up next was Reed Blankenship. Talked about just taking reps, having fun. They're all communicating well. Having fun in the preseason is what he's telling these guys. He can't wait to play. Doesn't know if he will in this preseason game, but maybe a couple reps wouldn't hurt. But Bradbury taught a lot, takes to coaching. And, Slay and Terrell being there, those guys are who he mentioned as helping him. They asked him about which receiver was standing out, a young guy, and he said Quez. He said not really young, but, he's a hard worker. He's been here putting in the time. Then he talked about Hurts' interception. He says, whether it was Hurts or anybody else getting that pick, it calms you down. You just got to play to your speed. And that's pretty much all that I took from Reed there. These reporters had horrible questions today. It was really actually bad to watch. But then you had Hurts, him. Let me just throw that out there. And let me tell you, seeing the press conferences now, last year it was all, you got to trade him. You're no arm. You suck. Noodle arm. You can't develop. That's every press conference, every time. We hate you. You'll never amount to anything. And now look at him. Do you know how awesome it is to watch all those people I told? You will bend the knee to have their screen names. Hurts is the god. Hurts screen picture. It's like, oh, how's that feel doing that? That's nasty work. But everyone is worthy of coaching. He talks about practicing what he preaches. When Sirianni chewed him out for his interception, his mistakes, he needs that. And he talks about every player being coachable. And you guys remember a few years ago when I had his trainer on talking about how coachable Jalen Hurts is. That was one of the reasons I try to get Eagles fans on board with him. It's because this kid's driven to be the best. And he's so coachable. And that's one thing that stood out from the trainer in his rookie season. So I love it. But he talked about the Kelly Greens. He said they're pretty nice. Means a lot to the city, the old fans. Hey, thanks, man. The hell. But yeah, I'm old. I know I'm old as shit. But then talked about, experience as a teacher. The more I grow, the more I learn. Him and his damn quotes. Drew, where you at? Drew Hurts, where you at? It's an honor to be recognized as a top player, talking about the top 100 list. They asked him about, the preseason, the joint practices, and he said, I'm just focused on Saturday, man. He's cool, calm, collective. But he talked about Slay and James Bradbury. It's helpful to play against them. Challenging, obviously. but it makes you execute at a high level. That's what you have to do on Sunday. So, yeah, that's what he's going to do while working with those guys. Love it. Talked about all the young quarterbacks showing up. They asked if anyone stood out, and he said all of them are showing up. But then he talked about AJ, just how hard he works, and they asked him, has he, gotten faster or whatever, and he said, I don't know if he lost weight or did whatever. He's like, but looks great. And that was that, ladies and gentlemen. But that was your recap of today's training camp. If you have any final thoughts, any questions, comments you want to get in here, please feel free to do so. If you're watching this later, I'm always down to talk birds. Any of you who, watch this later, I always get back to all of your damn comments, no matter when it is. Yesterday, there was like 30 some at one point, and I was like, oh God. So I try to do it, all these things. I am multitasking Mitch out here, and holy hell. But I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time today. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for that. And, that is it. And, in years past, I used to get so caught up, and it's on all the work that they steal from me, all the things. And it's like, dude, I can't do anything but just keep riding. And eventually everybody's going to see that, this is where they're getting all that information from. This is why everybody looks so smart. And I told you a few years ago I would change the game. We have done that. They all understand the cap. They have bowed to Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman. So we're going to keep putting in that work until the Eagles see it. That's what matters the most. I don't let those haters bother me. They can get all the accounts they want suspended. They can whine. They can cry that I told them Hurts would develop. I don't care. I just want to go to the top, and I want to take each and every one of you sickos with me. That's what matters. And this year, just like I said, we are building a dynasty, and I can assure you everyone will be repeating everything I've said. This will be a Super Bowl winning team. We will take over the NFL for the next 10 years. I promise you they will be repeating that. I'm old, and I'm just accepting of it. And look, see, with things like that, when you're watching a player, they're like, oh, yeah, this guy's old as shit. He's 32. And you're like, yeah, hey, wait. And, the little things like that. But, yeah, I'm sure, and Jalen Hurts, I said that, to my kid one day. I'm like, yeah, you really got to look up to him, for how he's been. And I'm like, I guess I would be looking down, right? Like I got like over 10 years on him, bro. Like, but, I grew up watching the drunky quarterbacks, McNabb, who get trashed before the Super Bowl and throw up at the most important time, rather than this kid who is going to use this loss and get better and better and win us multiple Super Bowls. So I'm all about it, man. I am all about it. But 74, love it. I got 86 here. So you got 12 years on me, but I love every second of that. I was lucky enough, still lucky, have my grandparents here. I've literally gotten to learn every single thing about the Eagles, and you wonder where my passion and insanity comes from. We're talking, my grandfather and father watched some pretty horrible teams. This is, I grew up with the Kelly Greens. I grew up watching Jaws, and then Cunningham and Reggie and Jerome, all those guys. But they weren't great for a long period of my life until my teenage years. And, man, I was very lucky and blessed to see that. But we've been to hell and back, so that's why it's so funny to watch some of these, fans out here that give up as soon as the Eagles start doing bad. It's like, bro, you have not seen bad. I can promise you, because this team hasn't been that bad in a long time. But I love all you sickos in here, too. Wheels, my man, I appreciate you. And that is correct. Not only will we be back, but we are winning it this season. Jot it down, and then jot down the fact that we're building a dynasty by winning it again next year when Howie continues to build this roster for the future. If you guys missed that dynasty video from a few months ago, go check it out when we talk about why we need to draft Jalen Carter, why you got to do certain things to ensure you keep making a Super Bowl contender. Let the media get caught up. They can't make it back because in 1974, a horse found a chicken in the boat. I don't give a shit about the past. We're here, we're now, and we're coming for our effing trophy. I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. If anything goes down, any kind of moves, anything, I will be back later. If not, I will be back tomorrow for Fan Friday, taking all your questions, comments for you members. Get those questions in. We'll be breaking it all down, getting ready for Saturday's game. I'm going to give you the updated look at the roster. You'll see, I might even bring a little depth chart with me. You'll get to see what I've got going on here, how I see this team playing out, and I'm going to be answering all your questions and comments then. And then Saturday, we got a pregame show and then a post-game show. So hope you're looking forward to talking some birds, because that's what we're about to do the next few days. But look, I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your day. It's only 1:45. I've been up since 6 a.m. It feels like it's much later, and it's dark as shit out. So I'm already lost. High school driver's ed teacher was an ex-Eagle. That's awesome. Who was it? Pretty cool, my man. Jimmy, did you block me? Backyard birds. What do you mean, backyard birds? On here or on Twitter or on Facebook, or where are you asking me? I don't have my Twitter account got suspended. If that's what you're asking me, it is gone. Some dudes that were pissed that Hurts developed, they started telling me how I should die. I told them their teeth would be laying on the ground, and that got me permanently suspended. Then the kid didn't even show up to the link because he truly thought I was going to physically harm him because of Twitter. Bro, I do not care about Twitter. Please don't not go to games and stuff because you're afraid. Like, don't do that, man. That's maybe next time don't bark at, bigger dogs. Just remember that. But no, man, just go to @on the road to victory 1 and you shall find me. So I don't know, man. But who do you think we're playing this year in Vegas? I did have the Dolphins. I think I made a few. It was Dolphins, Bengals, Chiefs. I forget where. I think I put more money on the Dolphins, but then I'm going to come back and do it again. Now that the Dolphins, they lost Ramsey, so that's interesting. So we'll see. Backyard podcast here. You shouldn't be blocked, man. You should be fine, unless you said something crazy or did something. Backyard birds. I don't remember you, my man, but apologize if I did. But you shouldn't be. Norm Wally, that called him the Wild Man. That's what's up, my man. I'm sure my pop probably knows who that is. I'm not very sure who. The name actually sounds kind of familiar, but I could not tell you who that is. I'll be honest with you. But there's a lot of old guys that have been said to me, like many of times throughout. And I honestly, there's only about a handful that really, truly stand out. We were just talking about Tommy McDonald. Who was the one? My pop was just telling me this hilarious story, man. He used to work at Connie Mack and bring in Coca-Cola for the players. And somebody was walking by and like bumped into him, dude. And I don't know. I can't remember. So it's kind of just, we'll see. But I was writing you and you didn't see it. I don't know, man. What do you mean? You were writing me where? On here? I don't know, man. But I don't know. I could check it out for you. He just passed away recently. That is very unfortunate. All right. I am wasting time here, though, my ladies and gentlemen. I really got to get going here. But Wheels, my dude, that is a really cool story. Make sure to tune back in tomorrow. We will talk about all that on Fan Friday. But I hope you all enjoyed this training camp recap. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Reach out to me, man, on Twitter or wherever or whatever you're trying to get unblocked or whatever. And let me know, dude. I don't want any of you guys missing all of this information. But I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your day. If you're watching this later, feel free to comment down below and let's talk some effing birds. But have yourselves a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!